Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gretchen and we are filming today in my kind of messy bedroom. It's really not that messy. It just feels messy because I pulled all the bedding earlier to do a big wash. And then as it came out of the dryer, I just kind of tossed it on the bed because I needed to do lunch and get my little one down for her nap. And I also thought it'd be fun to make the bed together and I could talk through what I am loving on my bed right now, how I layer and how I decorate my bed for spring. And if you've been on my channel before, there's a high likelihood that the reason you found it is because I had some bedroom reviews that went really well. So I will talk through and kind of review some of the stuff. It's really more of like a styling my bed video, but I will talk through the brands that I have on my bed right now and kind of compare them to some of the ones that I've talked about before. Nothing is sponsored. Nobody ever gives me anything. I spent all my money on this stuff all on my own. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, let's go over what I put on first. I have the bottom sheet and the top sheet. I do both. I know some people prefer just the bottom and then to do like a duvet. I think that top sheets are really great as a single layer to sleep under on like crazy hot nights when you still kind of want something on you, but you don't want the weight of an actual like blanket or anything like that. So these are the Boll Branch like signature set, and it is very soft. It is a like organic cotton, high-end cotton sheet set. I would say that it is most comparable to the Luxe Brooklinen. Now these are more expensive than the Brooklinen, and I loved my Brooklinen sheets. I really did. That pair of sheets, like that light gray sheets that is in all my videos about Brooklinen, they bit the dust. They hit a point where they needed to be replaced, but when I went to go look at reordering them through Brooklinen, they no longer had that colorway. They only had like a darker gray, and I really wanted a lighter gray. So somebody had also mentioned Boll Branch to me. I'd heard good things. I was really curious, and they had the colorway that I wanted. So I bought their signature sheet set, and I really like them. I like them so much that I've bought them in several other colors. So the one that I have on now is actually like an oatmeal color. And then I also have them in a dark green, right? I have them in a dark green for the holiday seasons, and then in that light gray. And they're just so soft. They get softer with age. The one thing that people always asked me about the Brooklinen ones, when you take sheets out when they first get shipped to you and you get them out of the package, there's very much like this like very silky, sleek feel to them, and then you wash them and it changes. And people would always ask me like, oh, does it keep the same feeling when you wash them? Well, everything always gets softer. I feel like these keep a bit more of that like sleek, almost silkiness to them, but they do consistently still get softer. I wash my sheets pretty much every single week, so they get washed on a fairly regular basis. Sometimes I do like what I did today, where I wash them and I put them immediately back on. Sometimes I'll throw my sheets into the wash and I'll put a different pair on if I'm trying to change things up. And they've held up great so far. I think they still keep a little bit of that silkiness, but to me they just keep getting softer. Not like a flannel soft, just sleek and soft and cozy. And I love using these type of sheets when it gets like fall, winter, and that early spring, when it's just a little bit chilled out and I want something that just feels cozy when I get into my bed. So that's what I was looking for, and that's what I found in these. Let's go on to the next layer. The next layer I put on is a knitted blanket, and this is a bed blanket from Boll Branch as well. It's also in that kind of oatmeal color. I bought it probably around the same time that I bought those sheets. And we've used this for a couple years at this point as well. I really like it. This is a layering technique that I picked up from my grandma. My grandma used to always put a blanket. She was a big quilt person, so she liked having a blanket and then a quilt, and just kind of like a thinner blanket. It's a thinner knitted blanket, so it adds that like extra little layer of warmth when I need just something a little bit warmer. Like the quilt that I have on for spring is a very lightweight quilt. It's light, it's great for spring, it's great for summer, it's great for those warmer nights, but when it's a transitional period and it's also still a little chilly, I think adding this layer of a knit blanket, not only does it just kind of like add more texture to the bed, which I just think visually is kind of really nice and fun, but it adds that like little extra layer of warmth that I want at night when I get into my bed and I'm like, it's chilly. Also, I'm not sure people see this angle very often, but I do have all my hats hung up, and it makes me feel very like Instagram circa, I don't know, 2015? Feels very millennial of me. But yes, let's move on to the next layer. So when I fold my stuff over, I like to do kind of a double fold on the sheets so that the blanket that I have peeks out. This quilt is from Zara Home. I bought it last year because I fell in love with the pattern. So before filming, I did check Zara's website to see if they had anything similar in stock right now. And they don't. They do have some quilts and things like that. They just don't have anything that's like a floral pattern kind of like this. I really like this quilt. It was a bit of an impulse buy because I liked the way that it looked, and I'd never bought any like Zara home bedding or anything like that before, but I just thought it's cute. It wasn't that expensive. I would give it a go, and it's actually blown me away. It is very lightweight, which is one of the reasons why I use it when I'm doing layering or like summer or things like that. Like, let's see if I can show you. Like, this is how thin it is. But sometimes that's absolutely perfect. And then at the end of the bed, I like to fold up a duvet. Our place was never getting cold enough at night for us to really feel like we needed the duvet all the time, which is one of the reasons why it is folded up at the bottom. I have it folded in a way where it is really easy to just like pull up if you want to in the middle of the night because you woke up really cold. But yeah, it's just here just in case we need one more layer. This is why I layer my bed. And if we don't need it, it just stays folded up in the end and nobody overheats while sleeping. So layers, amazing. This duvet cover is the same fabric as the sheet set that I have, and is also from Boll Branch. It is one of the first things I bought from Boll Branch when I bought that other sheets. The first pair of sheets, I also got this duvet cover from them, and it is held up really well. My cat loves to curl up on the end of it, so sometimes she sleeps on it like all day, or sometimes she comes in and she sleeps on it at night, and she likes to do her little like needle claws when she sleeps sometimes. And you can tell like we have maybe a small amount of damage, but in general, considering how much she has just like destroyed and ripped up other bedding that I own, this has held up quite well. And I'm very, very impressed and very pleased that this is holding up so well against her little needly claws. Okay, time for the final touches. All of my pillows. Okay, let's talk about my massive pillows. So first we have my European style pillows. These inserts you have seen before if you've seen any of my other bedding videos. These are the inserts that I got from Parachute Home way back in that like very first video that I did many years ago. where I gave my bedding an entire refresh, and I bought a bunch of stuff from Brooklyn and Parachute. So that's where the inserts are from. I love having a European style pillow at the end because not only does it just really help with the look of it, but sometimes I actually sleep with this underneath my regular sleeping pillow. And then right now I have these kind of sagey green linen covers on them, and they are from Piglet in Bed. The pillowcases that go with the sheets from Boll Branch, and the shams that go with the duvet. My husband and I have different inserts because we have different things that we love about pillows and different things that we're looking for in our pillows. The throw pillows, the covers are from Zara. They match the quilt, obviously. There's the final look. I love having so many pillows because we kind of mix and match when we go to bed. The throw pillows always get tossed on the ground. It doesn't really bother us. I'm sure my husband would actually prefer to not have them, but he puts up with them because he loves me. One of the things I love about having so many layers of pillows is that if I'm in here doing something during the day, like sometimes I'm in here and I'm reading, or occasionally when I'm working from home, I end up sitting on my bed doing work. I usually sit at my desk, but sometimes I'll come and sit in my bed and shut the door because I can get a little bit more quiet with the chaos of having a toddler. So if I need to do like some like real like solid get in the zone writing during the middle of the day, I'll often come and sit in here, and I like having the support and all the options of all the pillows. So they do serve a function beyond just being pretty. So yeah, that's it. That is how I like to decorate my bed for spring. I like to use different layers so that we can adjust to the weather as it's changing. And it feels very like spring and refreshing. It makes me really excited for the season. Please give the video a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit subscribe because I do have more videos coming. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.